What is up, guys? Thank you so much for clicking on this video, and I have taken several L's the past few weeks. Now, I have quite a few videos I can make going on with all this fiasco, each individual project, but I figured I'd put everything into one just so y'all can see what it's like to be an amateur garage mechanic all at once. So about a month ago, I saw the pre-registration open up for IAS Drift in Houston. It is at the Houston Police Academy. Everyone says it is the best entry-level drift event to go to for a beginner drifter, and if some of y'all may know, I have my V6 Drift Mustang that I have been building the past few months. So I went ahead and set the deadline for myself. She's running good now. She's almost ready to drift, but there is one more thing I wanted to add to it before that drift event. If you know the saying, buy once, cry once, I did not do that. I bought this cheap $60 eBay hydro with a no-name slave cylinder attached to it, and if you see, it is bent and blown out. Oh shit. So the same people that make my angle kit, Scotty D, I went ahead and bought the same hydro from them. This is the Scotty D SRD inline hydro. So I am using 3/16 brake line, which is the factory size of brake line. So whenever I teed into it to add this hydro, this is what I came up with. It is extremely ugly, bent by hand. I drilled a hole in the floor to route everything somewhat cleanly. For some reason, hydro brakes use the weirdest thread pitches possible. So both of these are not thread pitches you can readily buy anywhere. You have to order both thread pitches, which is extremely annoying. But I went ahead and installed my quick release fire extinguisher that you have to have. I can't do it one-handed. There we go. So you need to have a quick release fire extinguisher that the passenger and driver can both access, so I got that on. If we pop the hood, I got a few more things done off camera. You have to have your battery tied down properly, which my stock little tie down works just fine. You have to have the battery terminals covered, so I bought these cheap little battery terminal covers. You have to have little bands around the reservoirs just in case they overheat and overflow. You don't want to get fluid down, so I got the power steering and master cylinder. In the last video, I mentioned wanting an all aluminum radiator, which is exactly what I did, with a nice fan shroud and two semi-powerful pull fan. I currently don't own a trailer right now. One of my friends, Sam, has had a trailer for a few years, but has been sitting in his field for a while in unknown condition, and we finally looked at it and it's a little rough. I'm not sure how visible it is on camera, but you can tell both axles are kind of bowed upwards, which we're not sure if they're supposed to be like that or not. And this is a custom homemade trailer from like the 80s or 90s or something like that, and it has been sitting in his field for years, so we're trying to make it look all nice and new. So he went ahead and bought new axles, new leaf springs, new hubs, new bearings, new seals, new everything for it. And we're also going to paint it. So we just got done scuffing it all down, so we're going to paint it, put all that new stuff on, and get this trailer ready. All right, it is Monday now, and I just got my fitting a day early, and I just verified it does indeed thread all the way in without bottoming out. So now all I have to do is put this flare fitting onto this brake line. And all I need are these few tools. I absolutely love this Titan double flare tool because everything's handheld and it works really well. You can see for 3/16 line. This is the tubing cutter. This is the flare thing, and then these are the sockets for that. So all I got to do is straighten this guy out, which I can actually do by hand. And just like that, we have a perfect little flare, so we just need to bend this back 90 degrees and thread her in. And here is the finished product. This is a little bit kinked, but it still flows fluid out. It almost looks like a perfect 90-degree angle that I bent with my fingers. And I went ahead and cut out some more of my cup holder and a little bit more of my shifter interior piece. I bled the brakes off camera because I'm pretty sure that is not very fun to look at. But bleeding an inline master cylinder, slave cylinder, I don't know what you'd call this itself, is a little finicky. So I did just the brake for a little bit. And then I did the brake and pulled just this. And then I held it all the way back and then pressed the brakes. So I did a mixture combination of all those several times until I finally got it stiff. So you can see this thing is stiff and working with no leaks. Thank God. And just like that, the trailer is officially done. We got the lights wired up and working, new safety chains up front, new tires, new axles, new paint, everything like that. So it's finally time to drop it on the ground for the first time in like a week. I wish this was actually possible for the Baja to tow a car trailer with the Impreza on it. I think that'd be pretty baller, but I don't think this has the chassis to be able to handle that. But I don't know, maybe I might try it out one day.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
I just want to be said I fucking called this, and Preston's a dumbass, so he's gonna grab the truck and we're gonna go for take 2 here. Yeah.
I just sprayed my camera with power steering fluid, but if you couldn't tell by that clip, this high pressure line is leaking like right around here and spraying power steering fluid all over the place. I got the Mustang fixed, I got the trailer fixed. I thought the truck just needed a tire because I went to Dallas and back just fine. But now the power steering's leaking. But it still sucks that this is something I now have to deal with on top of the fact. That goes into what I was saying earlier. Everything's breaking. The shit ain't cheap to keep a fleet of shit boxes. All right, I tried to patch it. I knew it wasn't gonna work, but I decided to try. But then I looked online and it turns out AutoZone actually had one in stock for like 37 bucks. I'm swapping this out really quickly to fix all the issues. So hopefully this is the last thing we have to deal with, but I can confirm the parts are the same and let's hope it don't freaking leak. No more leaking at all, boy. So I got the 2 spare Mustang wheels with 2 brand new tires to go on them. I have my old Audi wheel off the Subaru. I'm gonna take this tire off and test fit it on my new Impol RS3. And then this truck tire is ovaled out so it vibrates. So I'm gonna take the tire off of the spare and put it on here, take this bad tire off and put it on the spare. This tire will still work as a spare tire. It'll just suck to drive on. We have like 6 tires we're gonna swap around. Some of them are getting reused, some of them are just getting trashed. But anyways, we got some work. Oh, I am a locked character. We got some work to do, boys. So let's go to Seth's house. Got the wheels at Seth's house, but they got a goddamn school bus in the way. Goddamn. Look at his Orthea. SA3Rs on the Orthea.
Isn't that your old school bus?
The short one, motherfucker. We have Seth's place.
Fast I could down the road. Just like,
anything to say?
No big
We don't care. We just care about the Ryan literal 3-spoke. We got RX-8 Corvette. Ling Long tire machines. ITBs on the LS. And sacrilegious LS swapped Mazda RX-8. GMR homeboy on reps. Homeboy gave me the shittiest impact in the world. Look at this shit.
It's sparking quite a bit. Might wanna.
World's quickest impact.
Is it even charged?
Let me get the actual. Damn, this socket is hot as fuck. We got some really gay shiny wheels. I mean, super awesome shiny wheels. Look at that. So Rudy. So I got the 3-piece wheel right here. I took the tire off the Subaru one. How these are set up, you got to put it face down to mount the tire. So I am a beginner tire installer. So I am very scared, but I fucked it. I fucked it.
No, you can save it. It's a small tear.
I couldn't do it. Oh yeah. And just like that, we got everything swapped over. All good to go. New tire on the truck, so hopefully it shouldn't bounce anymore. And we got a rubber band. I may go a little bit wider of a sidewall, and the spare tire on the actual truck looking super dusty, but as long as it don't vibrate, we don't care. So it is Saturday morning right now, and I guess we're putting the trailer to use before I get to use it after we just fixed it. So let me show you what's going on. God damn. I don't know nothing about any of this, but I know some of y'all will truly appreciate it. But Sam is buying this F100. And look like that, I got her all strapped up, super tight fitment on the side steps. Worked out pretty decently though, right where we wanted her to be at. Now that we know that the truck and trailer are all nice and perfect, we can do the final step to get ready for the drift event, which is prep. And one of those things is having nothing in the interior. And I have had quite a few things going on in here, especially in the back, all these interior pieces, no loose items in the car whatsoever. So I got to take all this out. I'd also like to add a front tie-down point. I have no tow hook or anything on the front of this Mustang, so I don't really know where to tow from or strap down at on the trailer. So I went ahead and bought this axle strap, and I'm gonna see if I can wrap it around this front bumper bar or bolt it down or something like that. That way you can reach it with the bumper on and not have anything complicated. You just hook up to it and pull me out if anything happens. And then I also got a Wix oil filter because I have changed the oil on this car, but I've never changed the oil filter. And if we look up under here, they got a gosh darn Fram oil filter, and all the homies hate Fram oil filters. You better not ever put one of those on your car. If you see any of the review videos, they are all garbage. So I'm gonna swap this oil filter out real quick. But we got the nice Wix on there now. And I went ahead and just routed these straps under here. It is a super tight fit, so I don't really have to worry about them falling out because it's a little bit thicker right there. So I think this is the best plan of attack because it takes zero prep. I literally just wrapped it around and left it at that. Feeling a little cheeky, so I'm gonna fill her up with some 89 instead of that cheap 87 to let her cook. Boy. Well, I officially got everything that I think I'll need loaded up, so now it's time to try to load the Mustang on the trailer by myself. So let's see how this goes. Not too bad for my first try. Let's see how close I got. Oh, definitely hit a little bit on the left side, but I was barely able to see out. All right, so I was backing the car up, trying to get as close as possible as I could. Definitely got as close as possible and cracked the fiberglass trunk. I really don't care because the rest of this car is gonna get destroyed sometime in the future anyway. Because even in that last donut clip, I clipped the edge of the trash can doing those donuts, gave it a little dent and mark. All right, next morning we getting strapped down finally, all loaded up. Neighbor's dog barking at us. Let's go.
All right, guys, a little over under here for the old New Edge Mustang. Is it gonna come home fine or completely fucked up? I'm gonna go with it's gonna blow that fucking motor. Passenger quarter panel fucked, driver front fender fucked, front bumpers coming back in the bed.
Almost there, but we had a strap come loose and start waving in the wind. Oh, he's just gonna put it in the door. That's what I would have done. He wanted to tie it up though. Made it, boys. That is a setup right there. Hell yeah. Just like that, there's a row of trucks and trailers, so I'm assuming I'm all right here. So I brought my 360 rear mount out. I'm not sure how good the footage is gonna be because I don't really know what I'm doing right now, but waiting for the driver's meeting and waiting to get teched in. That's where we're gonna start. We're getting first ever tech done. All right, just did the figure eights, did pretty good. I surprised myself a little bit. The angle on this car is so crazy that it takes a lot for me to spin out, but I'm feeling pretty confident. This is my first time driving this car like this in a while since my hydro's been down, but let's keep going. Well, I did 2 skid pads and 3 hot laps on the beginner track. car got up to like 235. I cannot get that first initiation down for some reason. It's kind of a wider one that goes tight. I can do the tight spots, I just can't do the wide ones, but we're at like 235 right now, so we're finally gonna let her cool down after going all this time. Honestly doing quite a bit better than I expected, not gonna lie. I don't know if I'll be able to get moved up to the big track or not. I don't really have enough horsepower to really do it, but we trying. Car sounded like it was missing. Turns out one of the spark plug wires fell off cylinder, what is that, 5? Cylinder 5 spark plug wire. So, did you get it? No? Okay, gotta let her cool down a little bit so we can stick our little greasy hands right on the header. What is this? Oh shit. That's the guy that... Look at these police cars. I'm assuming these are for practicing pit maneuvers and stuff. Got a little cocky on that last run and I tried to hit the manji, but my tires are cooked, so I spun out like 4 times. Worst run of the day, but we're gonna change the tires. First thing we've had to do here, thank God. All right, good thing we came off for new tires because we are definitely a little bit cookie. So we'll take another quick break, change the tires out, get our asses back out there. Tire 1 of the day. Not too bad, little chunky. Yeah, we were cooked, brother. Look at all that. Now we got a full matching set though. Mitsubishi wheels on the front and back. Stealing the water hose. She was getting a little bit hot fresh out, so we're gonna get her as wet as we can get her so she doesn't keep getting warm, because it is hot out here right now. It is hood removal time. We need this bitch as much airflow as we can get. All right, had our first blowout. That bitch was so loud. So now we got the brand new tires on them. Both of these have been super old and used, so this is gonna be our first set of brand new tires on them.
Come out that last corner, straighten up, and then go back to the right
Drove the drift car to fucking Taco Bell.
Alright, so that Taco Bell, probably a 5 out of 10 as Taco Bell goes. So one right over there by Bush Intercontinental. They had a coat on the bathroom. They didn't take the tomatoes off my chalupa, and they gave me a medium instead of a large. 5 out of 10. Do better.
Does my hydro let us use the cup? Oh, look at that. Tight fitment, but it works. And the key's still in the ignition. First lap back from Taco Bell, and I overinflated the tires too much. I had them at 60 PSI, and first lap back after it blew out. So I have one more set of wheels, except the tires on them are extremely old. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it. It's about 3 o'clock. They close down at 5. So I pretty much got a full day of drifting. And just like that, we made it home. 0 issues, fully unloaded everything. Got a nice stack of blown tires now. R.I.P. Connor, the drift slut. It's been exactly a year since we lost him in a motorcycle accident. He was gonna be the guy that was gonna get me into drifting. I've been rocking his lanyard on the Miata and now on the Mustang. Got his sticker with me, so I think he's one of the reasons why I did so good at this event. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, follow my Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, everything under that username right there. And motherfucking